Dealing with a breakup when all you want is to be back together. So you've just been dumped. Everyone is telling you that you should move on and get over it. But if you're anything like me or millions of people every year, you don't want to get over it. You just want them back in your life. Well, I'm here to tell you how to do exactly that. You're going to stop being a victim and start taking action to bring your ex back into your life. But first, a warning. If you're with me, and you're going to do this right, you will have to do a few things that you might not feel like doing. Things that might seem a bit counterintuitive at first. But if you will trust me and follow along, you'll have your ex coming back and apologizing, and even begging to get back with you. You will no longer be the powerless victim. It will be your choice to have them back, if you even want them back at that point. Let's start where you are now. I don't know you personally, so I can only venture a guess. But if you're reading this, then I'll assume you have recently, like in the last few days or weeks, been dumped by your partner. If you're like me, you may have stayed home for a while, eating more junk food than any doctor would recommend. Perhaps been coaxed out on the town by your friends, only to get terribly drunk and feeling even worse about yourself and the gaping hole in your life. But it's time to buck up. Feeling sorry for ourselves might win us some sympathy from friends and family. But it ain't gonna help us get back together with our ex-boyfriend and or girlfriend. First thing first. Before you do anything else, make a promise. Right now. Not to call, text, or email your ex, and no Facebook posting or Twitter stalking either. Okay, now, the next thing I want you to do is write down the following statement on a small card or piece of paper. I do not need, insert ex's name her, in my life to be happy. I would like to get back together if it works out that way, but I am perfectly happy with my life just as it is right now. Do this right now. Actually, write it out on a small card. Now what you're going to do with this is read it aloud to yourself, or if you're afraid of being overheard, then read it several times aloud in your head, once in the morning when you wake up, and once right before you go to bed. But I'm not happy without them. It doesn't matter. Write it out and say it anyway. And whenever you feel yourself sliding into a funk during the day, pull out your card and say it again. Do this. It is a critical step, and if you just gloss over this, you won't get the same results, right? Next, you need to use a certain 3-point strategy that has been proven to work over and over again. If you want your ex back, you need to relieve. By relieve, I mean relieve the pressure on your ex. See, the normal reaction that most people have, maybe this was you too, I know it was me at one point, when they get dumped, or right before, is to get clingy, needy, to pressure and beg. But, I love you. Please don't leave, I'll do anything. Get this straight right now. Pressure does not work. The more you pressure and show your neediness, the more you push them away. What your ex does not want is you basically prostrating yourself to them to get them back. I'll change. I promise I'll change. Instead, you need to simply let up on the pressure. Don't fight the breakup. Act perfectly happy with how it's going. Don't offer any resistance. This takes them off guard. It gets their attention. Attract. You've probably heard this advice before. And what I mean by this is, start being the most attractive you that you can be. Rekindle social activities you might have dropped while you were in a relationship. Exercise more. Clean up your diet. Look good. Whenever you see or bump into your ex, you want them to be thinking, damn, what did I give up? Worry. This comes back to that little card I had you write out earlier. You did write it out, right? When you start to show indifference over whether you get back together or not, you put a little fear in their minds. You see, because they dumped you, they still don't feel like they've lost you. And if you're showing all of the clingy neediness, then they are not far wrong. But if you show them that they could very well lose you, there will be a sudden attraction that fires up. A primal mix of jealousy, fear and regret that will have them coming back to you in no time flat. And how do you do this? Lots of ways. But the best and most effective, by far, is to get out and date other people. And suddenly let your ex know that you are not in a "hey, I'm seeing so and so now, but trust me, they will find out." And if you've got the other 2 points down, you'll have them running back. Let me know how it works out.